Hello, welcome to Wednesday Newsline. It's getting near the end now. I've only got two more episodes left after this. It's sad, really. It's end of a very long season. I've been doing it since probably March or early in the year. It's gone through a lot, and there's a lot happening in the news. So I just wrote a little monologue to start my show here today. Good evening. It's June the 24th, and the news today has been dramatic. Then Mayo Championship final. Let's dive in. I see that RT cancels up front with Katie Hannon after 3 seasons of grilling politicians live. RTE's pulled the plugs, citing budget cuts and a shift to younger audience. Katie says she's disappointed with, let's be honest, RTE speak for, well, they didn't work out. Apparently, they're now betting she'll replace Joe Duffy when he retires. I'm no bookies, but betting codes at 3 to 1, I'll take them, especially if it involves fewer years of John Murray repeats the son. The son. So I'm saying just Katie Hannon, she's doing live line there. She deserves the job, but up front was good. I have to say, I was looking at it. There was a lot there. I'm disappointed, really. Actually, I thought the up front was very good. And then Shelbourne back on TV and Duff RTE will broadcast Shelbourne's Championship League qualified versus Linfield. Damien Duff resigned recently, so assistant boss Joe Murphy in interim charge. I reckon Shelbourne fans are thinking Champions League, here we come, if we remember how to play football. Omagh inquiry resumes, but government wholly inadequate. The Omagh bombing inquiry is back in session, and the government is getting roasted, described as offering wholly inaccurate of operation. You almost think they were trying to hard to make it worse. Well, Ireland, another day, another reminder that accountability is the national sport. And then a UK NATO tension, Sky headlines over in London and The Hague. PM Starmer's turning up the defence retro. The UK government's published a strategy warning of potential war at home and cyber attacks so frequently they're basically spam. They're preparing for war domestically because apparently Tuesday bingo night now caught as a defence exercise. And Ireland launches Dublin Centre revitalised plan. Taoiseach Mia Martin of a fresh city centre cabinet got a plan to revitalise Dublin's inner city and students' housing. Looks great idea as long as they remember people here live here, not just tour buses and scented candles. Punchline recap. So RTE cancels show, Shelbourne getting TV time, the Omagh inquiry, and then that's it for the monologue. Let's move on to analyse the last. As I was saying there, the Katie Hannon thing, and Donald Trump is still ruling the news. He's even offered a Nobel Peace Prize. Guess what? He might actually get it, but he's actually done nothing, which is a joke. And I've been talking about Donald Trump for months since I started this, and it's not getting any better in America or people's lives. He's a joke of a president. He's the worst I can remember. And I just can't figure out Mike Pence is getting back on his side as well. I can't figure that out. He nearly killed Mike Pence, and I just can't figure that out. Anything. So I just start my show now with the RT news. For the sentence for ex-principal for indecent assault. This story was a former school principal convicted of the indecent assault of 6 boys over a 30-year period has been sentenced to a further 16 months in jail. Aidan Closty, 85, was convicted of 19 counts of indecent assault following two separate trials at Dublin's criminal court last month. And then man jailed, another story, man jailed over road crash. It just says the mother of a young man killed in two vehicle collision involved a lorry and a car in Roscommon last year has said they are paying the ultimate price for a truck driver, dangerous driving, and she has appealed to all commercial drivers for safety. Lorry driver Sean Curry of Middle Jumbag in County was jailed today for 5 years with 12 months suspended for dangerous driving, causing the death of a 24-year-old Ryan Sheridan, a native of Renville, County Galway. So, and then Iran, more about Iran actually, that's on the news, the war. Iran says it will not violate ceasefire unless Israel does. So, and then US Donald Trump has said both Israel and Iran wanted to stop the war equally. In a post on Truth Social, Mr. Trump said it was an honor to destroy all nuclear facilities and capabilities and then stop the war. Both Israel and Iran want to stop the war equally. It was my great honor to destroy all nuclear facilities and capabilities and then stop the war. At least 14 Palestinians killed in Israel attack in Gaza, medics say. Israeli forces have killed at least 4 Palestinians in Gaza and ordered new exfugate into Tuesday, local medics and residents said, in further bloodshed shortly after Israel and Iran agreed to a ceasefire in the air today. So that's then the very latest on the Middle East. And then I just go to the sport. It just says Joe Smith, Australia head coach Joe Smith gives short strife to test players' release demands for British Airlines tour. It just says Joe Smith has sit back at British Airlines lines of the warning he is contractually obliged to release his stars to the Super Rugby franchise throughout the tour. Lions chief Ben Cavanagh on Monday called for Wallabies to be allowed to represent the Western Force, Red Wine and Brumbles. So that's then on the thing about the player. And then Daniel Whiffen, I see, is on the news. Homebound Daniel primed for tilt at world title in Singapore. It just says Daniel Wilson will plot his path to Los Angeles Olympics from a home base following the graduation from Loughborough University. The 2 times Paris Games medalist prepared for the 2020 while based at the renowned English college. But first, the Olympic champion is fully focused on upcoming, which are taking place in Singapore from 11th July to the 3rd of August. So that's another good story. And then I just go down more about the GA. Actually, I was just gonna go just do a bit about this. It just says Donegal GA statements. All Ireland quarterfinal fixture date. Donegal GA have slammed the decision to schedule the All Ireland quarterfinal against Monaghan for Saturday rather than Sunday. They take on a man when All Ireland quarterfinal action on Sunday when they defeated Loud. Galway, the other primary quarterfinal win on Sunday, have 7 days from the win on down. In a statement released on Monday, County said that the welfare of players has not been considered. No other county has played as many matches as Donegal in this year's championship. So he's clearly incensed there about the fixtures. So I was saying that myself, the fixtures. And then it was a bit about Oshie McConville. He's unsure whether he's staying and all. I was at the match myself. It was a great thing. Oshie McConville was saying, sure, whether he look to extend his time in charge of the Wicklow Senior Football following the Tolson Cup home defeat. The Amagre guided the county to the last four of the second day competition, but ultimately fell short. But as I was saying there, it was a great performance. The players tried their best, so that's all I was saying. Limerick got them again. They got in the league as well. I was at the match myself, and it's hard luck. And I just wish them all the best for next year. I hope they can play again next year and come back. So I was just going to give you the fixtures there. The fixtures to come then, the All Ireland Football Championship. I was going to go through them. The matches on Saturday, Monaghan Donegal. Well, that's a close match. It's on the 28th, so I'd say Donegal would win that. And then Dublin and Tyrone. That's going to be a hard one. But if I was to call it, slightly to Dublin, Tyrone, it could be a draw. So it's going to be a none. And then Galway and Meath, I'd give that to Galway, and just it's going to be close. And then Armagh and Kerry, I'd give that to Armagh just because I think someone will have to mark David Clifford, and it's not happening at the moment. He's destroying teams, so that's the only thing. So then that's the football. I don't think there's any hurling. It's the following week. There's a lot of football there. It's the following week actually. So that's the football out of the way. So and then the Tolchin Cup final that'll be on the 12th. Kildare and Limerick. So that's another match. Then I will talk more about the Wicklow match. I was disappointed myself. The players really played very good. All the players, Dean Healy, Malachi Stone, the goalkeeper as well. He made it. I don't know, was he challenged there for that goal? So I'm not sure. So that's all I can say. And then RT's upfront program. There's more about this on the internet actually. RT is on its Monday night's television series upfront has ended and will not be shown in September. Presented by Katie Hannon, the Audience Centre weekly live current affair was first launched on RTE1 television in January 2000 and featured a weekly panel of 4 guests. In a statement, Katie Hannon said, "I'm very proud of what we achieved and what we managed to book the international trend. It was a privilege to work with a small team of talented and hard-working colleagues. I'm disappointed that we won't be able to keep the conversation going." Mrs. Hannon will continue on one of the key anchors of the RT and Behind the Story podcast, which drops 3 times a week. She will also present a new television series in the lead up to the president election in October. So that's sad. I was just saying that's a sad story there for Katie, and RTE announced new slate of homegrown documentaries from a documentary about former Maria to look at the lives of Buddhists in Beira and an explorer of links between RA and America. Produced to showcase unique Irish stories and explore Irish life, the new documentary states Pray for Sinners about the impact of the Catholic Church on the town of Navan and the phone box babies and reads new insights into the life of 3 newborn babies abandoned in the 1960s. So this documentary's coming up big time. And Succession star, I see Brian Cox to bring one man show to Dublin. What this is, Scottish born Succession star is to go on tour with one man show. It's about Me Tour and it'll play on the National Concert Hall in Dublin. Cox says, "I'm looking forward to this tour as it marks some time a little different for me, sharing the stage with myself." So that's another story then. And then I was just going to go down to the Irish Independent News before I go anything else. Uh, there's a lot happening in the world, as I was saying, between the wars and everything else that's going on. So Trump says Israel and Iran. I saw that on the news. He actually cursed Trump. Don't know what the fuck they're doing. That's what he says after strikes by both sides. Ceasefire. World brace for Iran's response after US attacked key Iranian nuclear sites. Tehran approves move to close the state of Hamas and explosion ring out in Tehran. So, and then Simon Harris, he's pretty mad about the thing that's going on in the world, and I wouldn't blame him. So that's then on this, and then more about the Katie Hannon story there. The show scrapped, and it just says then on the entertainment news on there's more then about this. It just says what to watch on TV and streaming today: Spain's deadly disaster, Boston Strangler, and Trainwrecked. Poor Cruise. And then I go quickly then to the sports then on this on the Irish Independent. It just says, "I don't know how we would have known that I don't shell Captain Macron and controversial Damien Duff's comments." And Joe Smith hits back at Lyons, demands as war of words escalates. And then exclusive, "I sat down outside for 5 minutes on my own, just in tears. Then I phoned my parents, my family, right? It was all about what's this story was about. It's Connacht and Ireland prop. It's proud to present a last grandma as he prepares for an emotional return to Australia. Finlay Benla is already grinning as he settles in a chair in the gin pit before he begins to grunt how he found out he was become a lion. So that's a story then that's on the thing, and then more about the Gaelic games actually on the Irish Independent. It just says the welfare of players was not actually considered. Donegal Shift slammed 6-day turnaround for All Ireland quarterfinals. And then Kevin Feely and Claire's changed mindset. Were deserved in the Tailteann Cup. We approached it right. And Dublin set for Saturday evening dance with Tyrone All Ireland quarterfinal. And Pat Talan, the GA Travel Circus Act, is serving their target audience. That's what I say. And then that's on the thing. And then I was going to do a bit about the Hogan stand. It just says more about Donegal on the story of this. And McCumble cast out over the Wicklow future. I was saying that myself. I hope he stays. And it's a good story in Wicklow. And then I was just going to go to, and before I go, I was just going to, there's a few other things I was going to go to Sky News. Sky News, which is a big thing that people listen to. I just like to thank people there for listening to me. I get a lot of American listeners as well who supported my show. It just says Trump says it was an honor to destroy Iran nuclear sites after raging at Israel and Tehran. He really went on a rip raw thing. Donald Trump expressed fury at Iran and Israel, saying both sides have violated ceasefire agreement only hours after it was agreed. He told Israel to calm down, later saying IDA warplanes en route to bomb Iran would turn around to follow the latest on the conflict. So Trump swears at Iran, and that's making big news then on Sky News. And then the PM denies he's facing a confidence vote as top Labour figure backs growing rebellion. So that's a small thing. And 5 key takeaways from Zelensky's interview with Sky News. He did an interview with Sky News. I didn't look at it now, but there's quite a good bit of news then on this. And then on the Coming Soon website, I have it open. More news there. Uh, Brad Pitt almost got fired as an extra in Charlie Sheen's No Man's Land. He's in the new film Formula One, which looks good in the trailers, and that's coming out pretty soon. I'm looking forward to a couple of the films. There's Superman as well as On Its Way, the new Superman film. So anyone that likes Superman will be quick in to look at that. And there's quite a good few things to talk about here. And then Pedro, I was just opening it. Pedro Pascal doubles down on J.K. Rowling's criticism. Weeks after Pedro lashed out at J.K. for anti-trans opinions, he has come out to reflect on the topic during a recent interview. The veteran actor who will soon make his MCU debut with the much awaited the Fantastic Four shed light on his current. So here's everything fans need to know about his. While speaking of a subject, the Materialist actor who addressed this criticism after she released an X-Film, relaying the backlash he faced after fighting against Harry Potter's author. Paddo told Whiffen that he felt that kids that got sent to the principal a lot for behaviour in public schools, feeling scared and think what I do. Pascal then diverted his attention to the larger story. So that's then about this. So that's the latest then on the Scummin News, and there's quite a good few things to go through there on this. So I just thought I'd do a bit of what I normally do. There's only 2 episodes left in the world, and this war's been going on in Ukraine and Russia for 4 years nearly, and it's quite a long. Mr. Putin won't stop it. People have to get tough. Mr. Trump, all the other leaders are saying it has to happen, and in the other war as well. If we got peace, it would be a good thing. So that's all I'd have to say. And I hope you enjoyed my podcast today. It's getting near the end. There's only 2 episodes left, so I hope you enjoyed my show today. The GA is interesting. There's not long left in the GA either. It's nearly over. In Wicklow, it's back to club matches and to see who we pick a good few footballers from the club and new players. So I hope you enjoyed my podcast today, and I'll be back again with only 2 more episodes left. So goodbye for now.